Demented Collective, House of a Thousand Corpses. I'm excited for this one.
I like it. I actually have this one on Blu-ray. Yeah. And actually, because we've done movies in the past that I do have, I just don't go through my collection to find them.
I forget to bring them. I have the trilogy correction. I have the first two, and then I had to buy the third one separate.
So you have House of a Thousand Corpses, Devil's Rejects,
and Three from Hell.
And Three from Hell. Okay.
Which was, not very well received. But anyone that knows, I guess Rob Zombie does have a thing. He's not a fan of doing sequels, and 9 times out of 10, if he does a sequel, it's because he feels he I guess, is strong-armed into it by studios.
Right.
That Paul...
Okay, so this is directed by Rob Zombie, obviously. Mm-hmm. Rob Zombie has a thing, you've told me about it, of because, like, for instance, the Munsters or something like that, if something he wants to make, he's got to make something for them, and they'll green light whatever he wants to make, kind of thing. Yeah,
that's pretty much how, like, and sometimes, unfortunately, some of his products don't get... made. Oh. Sometimes, unfortunately, some of the features he wants to make don't get made. He, I guess, had a concept for one. I can't remember the name of it, but it was like a post-apocalyptic, thing. It was a post-apocalyptic movie idea, kind of like Mad Max meets Twisted Metal or something like that.
That'd be cool.
Right? I can't remember all the details, but honestly, reading about it, I was like, dude, that would have been so sick. Plus, it's Rob freaking Zombie. Honestly, there's a lot of the movies of his that I've watched, I haven't not enjoyed. I enjoy his films.
Yeah. I generally like his movies.
Halloween 2 was all right.
No,
But again, I think that was another one of those situations where...
We grew up with the original Halloweens.
Yeah.
So I think the new Halloweens are being made for a new generation.
Yeah. Well, the Halloween he did, the first one, I actually enjoyed it. Like, I thought he did a good job on that one. Everything. The sequel he did, it just felt like his heart wasn't in it. I
want to see Werewolf Women of the SS made into a movie.
We got Thanksgiving. We got Machete. We got a lot of the the trailers from that one.
It's Rob Zombie. He already has his leading lady, his wife, Sherry Moon. So she's going to be in it because she was in the insert in the Grindhouse movies.
Yeah, I think the only film that she's played in that wasn't his was, I don't know, I can pull it up, because she had, I want to say, one acting credit where it wasn't one of his films.
Right, it was a TV show.
Films.
She did a TV show, like an episode of a TV show.
I think it was an actual movie too.
Oh, okay. Have you ever seen The Haunted World of El Super Beasto?
No, but it's on my list of things.
Yeah, I made it through some of it, and then I got distracted. Something happened, came up, and I never got to finish it. So I'll have to finish that. Anyways, so House of a Thousand Corpses. 2 young couples traveling across the backwoods of Texas. Of course, it's Texas. Searching for urban legends of murder, end up as prisoners of a bizarre and sadistic backwater family of serial killers. So this movie to me...
Oh, it was actually a Tobe Hooper film. Yeah.
Toolbox Murders.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. This movie to me feels like Rob Zombie doing an homage to Texas Chainsaw Massacre. And that type of movie.
Oh, yeah.
Because there's multiple scenes that remind me of stuff.
It did seem like at least a love letter to those horror films of yore, so to speak. Right. I mean, between...
100%.
Yeah, well...
He loves Grindhouse and old stuff.
He's a cinephile. And, I mean, he's also... He's a nerd.
So we saw him last night, live.
Yeah.
In Salt Lake City. We drove all the way out to Salt Lake City from Wyoming and saw him live. That's where he got this hat.
Yeah. And
all the references on stage. I figured out what his robot reference was. Yeah. I was laying in bed last night. I'm like, I know this. And it was... I already forgot.
But
it's a Bela Lugosi cereal from the 30s. Not Night of the Creeps. Creep is in it. Anyways, he uses the robot. Yeah.
I mean, like, yeah, no, they like. I mean, there was an anime thing he did. He referenced Blackula,
And Scream, Blackula Scream,
Yeah.
his song Blackula.
talking about how back in the day when he was 18, he worked on Pee Wee's Playhouse. I think he was
No,
like,
he was saying that this guy did. Blackula.
oh no, Rob Zombie also did too.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, Rob
I didn't
Zombie
catch that.
started out when he was 18 working on Pee Wee's Playhouse, and he worked with the guy that played Blackula. And he said,
We have McDonald's cups today. Remember the old school ones where they had the peanuts on them? Yeah.
Yeah. And then he's like, but yeah, and he played an homage to that guy because he's like, a lot of people know him as the master of cartoons, but
That was his thing on Pee Wee's. Yeah.
But the thing that Rob Zombie remembers him for and loves him as was Blackula.
I would never have known he was on Pee Wee. I only know this guy as Blackula.
Right, it's weird where some of these people get their again, like Rob Zombie, the fact like that he was on Pee Wee's Playhouse. And I was like, really, like that's cool.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I'm like, this guy.
And Pee Wee's Playhouse had a few people.
Oh,
Morpheus, Lawrence Fishburne
yeah,
was on.
He was
We've
Cowboy
talked about
Curtis,
him
wasn't he?
before.
Yeah.
Yeah, we talked about him like an episode or two ago.
Oh yeah, and of course Paul Rubens, Pee Wee.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
You got to mention.
Well, he's dead now, but
R.I.P.
yeah, he died.
But
He writes all of this stuff. It seems.
Rob Zombie,
Yeah.
he's pretty hands on.
Speaking of writing, he is the writer of House of a Thousand Corpses.
Yeah, first film,
Yeah.
like official.
First official film. It is his first movie.
And it's billed as a black comedy horror film. Love that.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, he did. Before that, it was all either White Zombie music videos, his music videos, and he did an Ozzy Osbourne music video.
Oh, nice. Yeah, he is the only thing he didn't do for House of a Thousand Corpses. So he's billed as director, writer, and like a lead of the music department as well as co-composer.
Oh, okay.
So he didn't produce.
Oh, I'm
That
sure.
was
Yeah,
good.
just because of his music stuff. Anyway, so when we saw them last night, or when we saw him live last night,
Oh.
I'm yelling for all the White Zombie music because I'm old, and then my wife and his fiance were there, and they were screaming for the new stuff and everything. I thought it was funny. My wife only knew one song in the entire set: "Filter," "Ministry," Alice Cooper. That's worth the show. If you can get a chance to see Alice Cooper, see him, and then Rob Zombie. My wife knew one song. No, she knew "School's Out for Summer" from Alice Cooper.
She didn't even know Poison?
No,
Really?
Yeah.
Isn't that Alice Cooper's like biggest hit?
that's
For,
my
like-
favorite.
I mean, from like the 90s at least.
It's my favorite of his. Yeah.
I mean, that's the first song I ever heard by Cooper. So of course that's my favorite because it was the first song I ever heard from him.
Okay.
And got me into Alice Cooper.
Oh, right. Yeah.
But I mean, of course, yeah. Like I mean, dude,
I'm 18 and all those.
Yeah,
Yeah,
18.
she didn't grow up listening to that.
Be
that
Cruel
stuff.
to Your School that he did with Twisted Sister.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's cool.
Yeah, that was a fantastic music video too.
All right, we have been
Oh my!
sidelining. We're just doing all this
Fun
stuff.
fact: Rob Zombie. You ever watch the movie Super with Rainn Wilson?
Yeah.
Yeah. Rob Zombie plays the voice of God.
Oh, I think I've heard that, or I've seen that somewhere. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So that's. I just saw that because I was
So
checking. it.
directed by Rob Zombie, written by Rob Zombie, stars, but
Sometimes.
Sid Haig as
I'm more
Captain
human
Spaulding.
than human.
Sid Haig is legendary
Oh yeah.
in the horror
Legend,
community
Wait for it.
and Grindhouse community.
Dare. Oh yeah.
What am I waiting for?
The Dairy.
The what?
You apparently didn't watch a lot of How I Met Your Mother.
I did not.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Devil's Rejects, Bone Tomahawk,
Oof.
tons. Oh yeah, Bone Tomahawk. That one scene. Yeah, tons of '70s exploitation.
Yeah.
We're talking Foxy Brown, Coffee, Wonder Women, The Big Bird Cage. Big Bird Cage is one of those women in prison movies, but it's in a jungle in the Philippines because a lot of Grindhouse exploitation stuff was filmed in the Philippines because it was cheap.
Oh, that's it. Yeah.
He filmed Wonder Woman and what was he doing? He was doing. I'm trying to think off the top of my head here. Atlantis, and they filmed at the same time. And he just happened to be in town, so like, hey, you want to do Wonder Woman? He's like, yeah, sure. He filmed one day. He's in like half the movie too.
Yeah. Oh, he's just amazing actor.
No, yeah, he's fantastic.
R.I.P. Sad that he passed away. I mean, that's probably a part of the reason I had to say it that Three from Hell probably didn't do as well because of the fact they had to work around Sid Haig's passing.
Oh yeah. In regards to his acting, though, in the opening scene, I want to point out how much he walks all over the guy. Acting ability.
Oh yeah.
The other guy, like, I'll explain it as we're going. Once we hit that,
He
I'll
has
explain it.
screen presence.
Yeah, 100%. He steals it from the other guy, and it's obvious he steals it. Like, it kind of draws you out of it. Like, oh, I'm focusing. This guy talks. What?
No,
That sort of thing.
I just amazing.
We'll get to him. Karen Black as Mother Firefly.
She's
Five Easy Pieces. The Great Gatsby. Ooga Booga. That's a Full Moon production. It's worth a watch. It's fun.
Many more. I actually saw her in the.
She's been acting since the '60s. Yeah.
I saw the original Great Gatsby with her in it. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
It was actually
I think I had to
pretty
watch
good
it in school or something.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Because you also have to read the book.
Right. Exactly. Yeah.
Which is weird. It's funny how much the curriculum hasn't changed.
I could have sworn she was in something like a horror sim, and we went deep diving and couldn't find it. If you guys know, let me know, because this has been bugging me for weeks.
I think it was. Keep going. I'm pretty sure I can find it.
And then we got Bill Moseley as Otis.
Another Scream King.
100. Oh yeah, for sure. Night of the Living Dead, 1990.
Oh.
He's in the 90 version. Devil's Rejects. Chainsaw Massacre 2 as Chop Top.
Mm-hmm.
That's where I know him from.
Oh yeah.
So I've never seen the 90 version of Night of the Living Dead, just because you can get it anywhere. It's public domain. We could put it up on our channel.
Yeah.
Might as well. I don't see why not.
Yeah.
Public domain. Everyone knows it's public domain.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I mean, some of those classic ones. He did. He also was featured heavily in a lot of Ice Nine Kills music videos.
I noticed that. Yeah.
And
I forgot
I
to put
loved
that
it
down.
because of that.
Yeah.
He's in an upcoming, or this film recently released that I want to check out, called Stream, because it has him, Tony
were telling me.
Todd, and a bunch of other big
There's a
names.
huge name, Danielle Harris, Tony Todd.
Yeah, I saw that and I was
Kane.
like, okay,
Like a bunch of people.
I'm sold
Yeah.
right there. Enough said.
And then you got, of course, Sherry Moon Zombie. She's in every Rob Zombie movie because she's married to the guy.
Yeah,
She's-
as well as one film that
Right, yeah, it's somewhere out there. She's Baby Firefly.
Yep.
And, she pick a Rob Zombie movie, she's been in it. Walton Goggins. Now, I'm mentioning Walton
yes.
Goggins because he's pretty hot right now with Fallout.
Burnt Offerings.
What?
Karen Black was in Burnt Offerings.
Burnt Offerings. Burnt
Yeah.
Offerings. is
Right
what-
alongside Oliver Reed, Betty Davis.
That's not the one I'm thinking of, though.
It's.
I think she's in something else. But anyways,
Sorry.
Walton Goggins. He's the hot guy in The Flash. He's got the messed up face.
Oh, and
Or not The Flash. Fallout.
Fallout. Yeah, he's the ghoul in the new Fallout TV
Yeah.
series. He did a cameo bit in The Community. I mean, another awesome actor.
Hateful Eight.
Oh yeah.
Predators.
Oh yes.
Django Unchained.
Oh, I forgot about. Oh my gosh.
Yeah. So he's
He's
come a long way since this movie.
Yeah.
So yeah. Erwin Keys. Okay, so I mentioned Erwin Keys as Ravelli because I know him. I don't know if you know him. He was in Black Dynamite,
Didn't see that one.
Evil Bong 3.
Think I saw that one.
Did you see the Oblivion movies 1 and 2?
No.
The cast for Oblivion is amazing, but it did not go over well.
Oh.
The writing, everything's bad about it. But I mean, it's got
Keys.
Sulu from Star Trek.
Oh.
He's in it. A bunch of folks are in it. Anyways, Erwin Keys. He's got a goofy looking face.
Okay, yeah, I've seen him in a lot.
Yeah.
I just can't remember what. I know I've seen him in things.
He does a lot of the because he has a weird face and he can make himself weird
Yeah.
looking. Yeah, he does a lot of those kind of roles.
Oh yeah. He's the muscle.
And then you got Rainn Wilson. This movie has a freaking cast.
Oh, yeah.
I'll tell you what.
Freaking Rainn Wilson, probably most recognized as Dwight Schrute from The Office.
Everyone knows him from The Office.
Yeah.
That's what made him big.
Yeah.
And Super.
Super.
We were talking about that.
2010.
And Juno.
Yep.
He was in Juno. And then he's just kind of doing what he wants.
Yeah.
Because The Office has made him so much money, he can just kind of...
Oh yeah. I mean, I'm pretty sure there was a couple. He's done some recent projects and stuff. But again, he's.
And I'm putting pictures up for each person I name I've always done that. He actually doesn't watch our videos, so he doesn't know how I edit.
Don't judge me.
So they know who I'm talking about. So this next guy, Matthew McGregory.
Oh yeah, he was Dr. Demento in Weird, the Al Yankovic
He was,
story.
yeah.
I remember
Rainn
that
Wilson. Rainn was.
Yeah.
Matthew McGregory as Tiny Firefly. And he's the tall, like, guy who's like that, you know,
You've
kind of thing.
seen him in
Big Fish.
yeah.
Bubble Boy.
He did an episode
Devil's
of
Rejects.
Malcolm in the Middle. Yep, Devil's Rejects. I'm pretty sure he was also in Hills Have Eyes, the original one.
In the 80s?
Maybe. Like
I don't
song
think he
Michael
was.
Berryman. What was his?
He was pretty young.
Matthew McGregor.
Yeah.
I might have.
He's passed away. He died a while ago, actually. Probably because of whatever was going on with him. But
Yeah, he. Oh, yeah, he was 7'6".
yeah, he had that look for that specific role, and he always got that part. You know what? Good for him. I like it.
Men in Black 2, obviously, and
Yeah.
Okay,
And
yeah.
he did a lot of makeup stuff too because he was so tall and
Yeah.
kind of had that body. But okay, so do you know who Denise's dad was?
That's where I got mixed up. Okay, so I thought he did play in a film with Michael Berryman,
Okay.
but it was after his death. It was the 2017 film The Evil Within.
Ah.
That's probably why.
Okay.
No, my bad.
So Denise, her dad. Do you know who her dad was?
Yeah.
He is the old Matt Damon in Saving Private Ryan.
Oh.
You know the meme where it's like, it's young Matt Damon and it transforms to the old Matt Damon?
Yeah.
He's the old guy.
Oh.
Yeah. That's basically all I mean, he's worked. Like,
Yeah.
it's just nothing major or anything.
Anything that we'd recognize, probably, at least.
Right.
Yeah.
That was the longest opening I think we've had.
Yeah. Well, there's so many hit actors, and there's so many, and then of course we go down memory lane, and
Yeah, we do a lot of tangents.
yeah.
So if you've been
sorry.
watching us continuously, you realize that, and you know we're eventually going to get to the movie.
Yeah.
So, speaking of movie,
Stay tuned.
shall we?
Yeah, I'm game. I mean, starting right out the gate, it's
You get Wolfenstein.
yeah.
Yeah, Dr. Wolfenstein opening.
No. And who
And-
played Wolfenstein?
Jeez, I was looking that up and I totally forgot. It's,
Oh, Greg Gibbs.
Greg Gibbs. I knew it started with a G.
Okay.
All right.
So my bad.
So,
Sorry, Greg Gibbs.
and this is a throwback to the old horror hosts
oh yeah.
that were big in, since Vampiro. Vampiro was a horror host in Los Angeles back in the
Vampira.
30s and 40s.
Elvira.
Oh, she was in the 40s, I want to say.
Well,
she
I mean,
she ended up doing an Ed Wood movie, Plan That from Outer Space. She's one of the zombies.
Those old school horror. Yeah.
She's one of the originals, if not the original.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
then you got Elvira, yeah, and then all that sort of thing.
I think they're just
Billy
horror
Bob,
hosts.
all that.
Oh yeah. You're still going.
He is, yeah. He's over on Shudder. Captain Spaulding's Museum of Monsters and Madmen, and Fried Chicken and Gasoline.
Yeah. He does a little bit of everything.
So here,
you,
so
Spaulding.
Stucky is trying to sell a signed titty pic for some reason, or get rid of it or something.
Yeah, I can't remember for whatever reason. He's like, I probably shouldn't have had it signed. Huh?
He just says, I can't get rid of it. You know, like it's some collectible thing. I don't know. It's because it's signed specifically to Stucky.
Yeah. And that's one of those things. I mean, like, I guess those vintage stuff, yeah, they could go for a pretty penny, at least nowadays, because it's vintage.
I have. Okay, so I bought a box of magazines. Oh, tangent. I get to do it. I bought a box of magazines
Not bad.
of me and my wife were at an estate sale, and there's a box, and there's Hustlers and Playboy and that sort of thing in it. I'm like, okay, there's some old stuff in here. I'm gonna risk it for $5. Let's see what happens. And at the bottom of the box was a 1958 Playboy. I currently have it in a folder in my closet, lying flat, and it's I don't know, it's nothing crazy. It's worth like $30 or something. But it was really cool to find it.
Oh, yeah.
I like
Back
the
when it
old
was
school
more-
stuff when things were more classy.
Well, yeah, it was an art.
The Hustlers
form
were
type.
not classy, by the way. It
Hustlers
was the
were
70s. Things
never
have
classy.
changed.
I don't think Hustlers were ever classy.
Hustlers started in the 70s, and yeah, those are we threw those out. That's garbage.
Yeah, no, Playboy. Even their more modern pics or things. I think they try to keep it semi-classy.
They do.
Because it's,
Maybe
they're models. They're not.
I can't tell you the
porn
last time I
stars.
looked at a Playboy. Yes. Good tangent though. I like that
Oh,
one. That was
yeah.
good. Okay, so
Good memory.
So this is where I was talking about earlier about Sid Haig, Captain Spaulding, and Stuckey, and Captain Spaulding blows him away in acting ability,
Oh, yeah.
kind of thing.
And here's...
The guy's been doing it for 50 years,
Oh, yeah.
probably 40 at this point. But yeah, so and it's obvious and he's really good.
Oh, yeah.
Two guys try to rob the place.
Yeah, Stuckey goes to the bathroom.
Yeah,
And-
with his book of titty pics.
Yeah.
Two guys try to rob the place. And the captain ain't having it.
Oh, yeah. I'm going to give you the count of 10. 1, fuck your mama.
Uh-huh.
2, fuck your sister. 3, fuck your grandma.
Oh, it's great.
Oh, man.
And then he ends up shooting them both.
No, yeah. And then afterwards, they end up, yeah.
And then he
he's like,
sniffs the gun. Oh, that's great.
yeah, I was like, oh, dude, I do that.
Yeah.
But, yeah, at the end, like, most importantly, fuck you. Bang.
And then you get the credits.
To be correct, though, I do not sniff the barrel down the barrel like he does, because that's
that
gun
is-
safety.
Right.
I like my 1911. I kind of like I'll point it up and I'll like sniff the empty chamber.
Right.
Because I do. I love the smell of gunpowder.
It's good.
It is.
I agree. You get the credits. Weird intro, and it's exactly what you would expect from Rob Zombie.
Yep.
Just because of if you up to this point in 2003, you would understand exactly what you're going to get from Rob Zombie if you've been following his music videos and everything like that.
Yeah.
From White Zombie up until his solo when he started doing like Dragula and Living Dead Girl and all that stuff.
Yeah.
You knew what you were getting. And then we cut to young folks. I'm just gonna. I guess they're.
Rainn Wilson and
I'll probably call them
Chris
kids from now on.
Hardwick. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And Chris Hardwick, for those of you that know, does stand-up comedy now. He also, I think, one of his more memorable roles that kids might know is Otis the Cow from The Barnyard.
Yeah, I didn't touch on Chris Hardwick. Yeah, you're
And
right.
He's been in a number of things too.
Yeah,
like
I know the name. Yeah.
Lesser known, but yeah, I mostly know him from his stand-up comedy. I love his stand-up comedy. It's hilarious. He has this thing where he likes to go around asking if the nurses or who the nurses are in the audience and asking the strangest thing they pulled out of people's. Anyways,
So they're all cruising. Two girls are with them. They end up at the museum to get gas.
Mm-hmm.
They go on the murder ride about serial killers. Awesome ride.
oh yeah,
Speaking of, there's a shirt I want to get. Rob Zombie was wearing it last night. It says Charlie's Angels, and the three women are Charlie Manson's three women followers.
yep.
That's freaking awesome.
All right.
I'm getting that shirt. I forgot to look it up. I'll put a
Dude,
picture if
flowers.
I can find it.
Right.
Okay. And then they get to Dr. Satan.
Yes.
He's the local legend serial killer. Kids want to see the tree the guy was hung at.
yeah.
And they ask for directions. He gives them directions. And they see baby Firefly sitting on the side or standing on the side of the road trying to hitchhike. And they pick her up. This is why you don't pick up hitchhikers anymore.
Facts.
It's not the 60s or 50s anymore.
Also, the Hitcher.
Yeah, that too. That
Texas Chainsaw. Every horror movie that involves a hitchhiker always ends badly.
Well, yeah, probably.
I can't think of a single movie where a person hitchhiked.
The Wiz? Or The Wizard? The Wizard?
Was that a horror movie?
No, it was a kids' movie. They're trying to get the Nintendo Championships. Fred Savage.
Oh, is that the one with the Nintendo Power Glove?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's so bad.
It was an entire movie like trying to sell the Nintendo Power Glove.
It was 100% a Nintendo advertisement for the new Super Mario Brothers 3 that was coming out, which I got for Christmas, and it's awesome. It
The
still
game
is.
awesome.
Love it.
The movie, yeah, and I think the Nintendo Power Glove was also notoriously.
Oh, it's terrible. There's
Yeah.
only maybe one game, maybe two that are playable. They're horrible.
Cool concept.
And they were specifically made for the glove. The other ones, yeah.
That's like the VR now. I mean, yeah, it's more mainstream.
The Virtual Boy?
Well, just like virtual like reality games in general, like those. I'm not going to sit there and spend the extra money on a PlayStation VR. Like,
Oh, I'm yeah.
cheap.
You
I
got to
would've-
wait for it to.
Drop or go on sale.
No, yeah, or it's got to. Once they figure it out,
Yeah.
kind of thing.
I mean, they've had 2 generations.
I was thinking Virtual Boy. I was like, well,
3
There's
generations
like 12
to figure
games
that
for the
out.
Virtual Boy, and they gave up.
Yeah.
Anyways, they pick her up. Guy shoots out their tire.
Oh yes.
They don't hear that. It's a shotgun. They don't hear a shotgun go off from like 20 feet away. What was that? Oh, we got a flat tire. Keep driving, dude. They shot our tire. Keep going.
I don't
Gun
give a
it.
fuck if it messes up our rim.
Exactly.
Yeah, especially, I get raining and thudding and everything, but we've shot guns. Have you shot a shotgun?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I've shot a shotgun. I know we haven't shot a shotgun together. Anyways,
No, we haven't.
But that's hence me asking. But yeah, those things they're loud and they kick.
Oh yeah.
Especially that thing was easily a 12 gauge that he was using.
Mm-hmm. Tangent. Oh, this is gonna be a tangent night. This is gonna be a long episode. I'm gonna have to edit the crap out of this.
Right. It's okay.
So, in the backwoods of Wyoming, if you ever come across, and you're on a dirt road and you come across stuff, branches, things that look like they've been strewn about, immediately turn around and drive the other way. That's all. I just want to leave them with a mystery.
Do 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 do.
Yep. Do not stop. Turn around and drive the other way. Anyways, and it's not just Wyoming. Guy shoots out the tire, and throughout this
What happened to our tire?
Throughout this,
Yeah.
they've been showing 3 girls who went missing.
Oh, yeah.
Cheerleaders from the local high school or whatever.
Yeah.
And we see them with Otis.
Yeah.
And
Otis was going on a tangent.
it's the way that I don't want to like dive into it. Oh, they were with him, because they're quick flashes, quick scenes that get spliced in with the way Rob Zombie directed this.
Mm-hmm.
He did a very grindhousey and not artsy, but the grindhousey.
Yeah.
I don't know how to grind it. If people know,
Avant-garde?
I don't even know about
No,
that.
Would it be a
If you've seen 70s grindhouse, you kind of get what I'm saying. But if you haven't, then I don't know. Go watch
like a
70s
grindhouse, low budget?
Yeah, go watch Death Promise or some. Death Promise is actually a fun one.
Yeah.
Or The Guy from Harlem. Try that one. Whatever.
Yeah. So, this wasn't a low budget film, I don't think. Rob Zombie had money at this point.
He had yeah.
So
I wouldn't put it at a big budget.
Oh yeah.
The locations were very minimal. Yeah.
He worked with what he got, and it was. It looked like he tried to make it feel like a low budget grindhouse film, but without making it a low budget grindhouse film. You know what I mean? It looked low budget without actually being low budget. I don't know how to describe it.
I get exactly what you're saying.
It's like a veggie burger that somehow tastes like a real burger.
The movie starts off and you're thinking, okay, this looks kind of. If you weren't someone who was associated or knew about this kind of thing,
yeah,
with grindhouse and all that, oh, what's going on here? Yeah. And then when you get to the credits, and then it shows as soon as it hits the museum, you're like, oh, okay, it's 2003 now.
Yeah,
they're using up to date stuff. Okay, cool. Because everything prior to that looks like it was filmed on a 8mm or something,
Oh, that's what he grew up with. That's what he wanted to. He's an artist.
Tarantino does the same thing.
Oh yeah.
He goes back to what he grew up on.
Oh yeah.
I would do the same thing. I'd be filming 80s style.
Oh yeah. Exactly. I think Tarantino shoots at 8 to 16mm, somewhere in there.
Yeah, yeah.
He doesn't and he also.
I think he sticks to 16. Doesn't he?
Hateful Eight was 8mm.
Oh, good. That makes sense.
Yeah, because that was the whole thing. 8th film, 8 this, 8 that.
Oh, yeah.
So that makes a lot of sense. But he also is really anti special effect, CGI too.
Yeah. Good. I don't like CGI. Huh? Let's get back to the movie. Okay.
Why do we keep doing that?
Yeah, we're. This is gonna be a long one. Right. So let's pick this up. All right.
We got it.
You have places to be or whatever.
People to see.
Erie, Indiana. So.
Cannibals to.
Baby Firefly is in the car with him and says, "My brother's a tow truck operator. He'll come and get us."
Let's go there.
Tow truck picks him up.
Okay.
So Baby Firefly is dressed all slutty with rain.
Mm-hmm.
So
She keeps trying to
No, I'm more. It's Rob Zombie. It's Rob Zombie's wife.
Not then. It wasn't.
They weren't married during this point.
No, I don't think so because
Is she credited as Sherry Moon?
She was credited as Sherry Moon. And
this is where they met.
Yeah.
Okay, that's why he shows titty.
Yeah.
Got it.
Mary.
She shows her titty later.
Briefly.
Briefly. It's if you've seen it. I assume you're watching this. You're like, okay.
Oh no, they actually started dating like in.
So they're dating during this.
No, they got married before that because this was no, maybe during. They got married October 31st of 2002.
Of course they did.
That's
Halloween?
cool.
Of course.
I dig your style,
No,
Rob.
you could push
If you're
yours out
watching.
for a month.
No.
You're almost
We
there.
already got the venue.
Oh, all right.
That's too much.
This guy's getting married in less than a month.
So yeah.
We're gonna have to
So she got.
film ahead on that.
So she
We're
got
gonna be gone.
right. Oh yeah, they were married.
Oh.
I think just as it progressed, like they slowly because I mean, they just slowly like he slowly cut down on the last step.
Oh,
Because I think
100%.
Devil's Rejects, you see her butt and that's it.
Right. Yeah. This is the movie that shows the most of Sherry Moon
Yeah.
in regards to ass, titties, and that sort of thing.
Yeah,
And then from this point on, he kind of pulls back on that. All right, this is my wife. I don't want to be showing her off now.
I mean,
and in 03, he was way younger than he is now, so he kind of grew up.
see, 2003, he's what, like 53 now?
Is he now?
Now?
So he'd be in his 30s,
Yeah, maybe.
maybe 30-ish? 31, something like that.
Yeah. Anyhow.
Anywho, so Baby Firefly dressed all slutty with Rain, like she's
He's
got
59.
Oh, he's 59. Dang.
So he would have been 35.
Okay.
Roughly.
And she has a thing cut there.
Yeah.
Her butt's crack hanging out,
Oh, yeah.
that sort of thing. Just wait till we get to the assless chaps.
Oh, yeah.
Those are nice.
Yeah. That was the early 2000s.
Yeah. Well, no, I mean, Sherry
And probably
Moon,
she-
she's a hot chick. I mean,
Huh, maybe that's like they're both like, okay, let's do it. Then maybe afterwards, I don't know. By the time Devil's Rejects 2 came out, I was like, oh no, we got like kids or something. I don't know if they have kids. Who knows? You know,
don't know.
it's their
I don't
life.
know.
It's their.
Yeah, I don't
It
care.
doesn't matter.
uh,
We don't care.
Mama Firefly enters. She's being weird and slutty.
To Chris Hardwick.
Right, to Chris Hardwick. And then it's
Yeah, right.
dinner time. Tiny enters, and he's the one, McGregory. He's the one who has the disability. Family, and he has to go get Grandpa. Grandpa comes in, and family's starting to get weird.
Hugo, I
and
think
put-
is.
you can't eat until you put the mask
Your
on.
mom let us eat and have dessert until you put your damn mask on.
Right, so they're starting to get weird. And then the kids ask about, they ask Mama about Dr. Satan,
And enter
Otis.
Otis B. Driftwood, a.k.a. Bill freaking Mosley.
Yeah. Fantastic. Been around forever. Otis joins them. It's showtime.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Grandpa's doing his Sam Kinison routine. Yelling into the mic. I couldn't. Okay, so Sam Kinison, legendary. I get it. He had his thing. I just don't like that.
I
If
get
you're
it.
gonna yell at me, like, this isn't funny.
All right, you go. I mean, like, there's, I don't know.
It was a different time. It was the
Yeah.
early '90s, late '80s.
Oh, yeah. He was one of the,
He died in a car crash, I think.
there's something. He was
He
one
has
of
a statue in Needles, California.
Oh, nice.
Middle of nowhere. That's where he's from.
he was one of the comedians that died while they were trying to do that, like an American Eskimo or something like that.
Really?
Yeah, it was him, John Candy.
John Candy died of a heart attack or something, didn't he?
Yeah, no, this is actually why they won't make the film anymore. Is because I think there was 4, but Sam Kinison, John Candy, and Chris Farley were all attached to be part of that film, and all 3 ended up dying. So after like the lead playing the Eskimo, I think, and after that they're like, this film's cursed. No, we're
That's wild.
shutting it down.
Oh, that's interesting.
So
Uh,
urban legends.
so Baby gets on stage. She's doing her routine, her singing,
Oh yeah, lip singing.
lip singing,
I wanna be loved by you.
and she starts getting up on Hardwick.
No, she gets up on Hardwick.
Hold on. So she's all up on.
Rainn Wilson. I forgot his character's name.
I thought she was up on Hardwick.
She was sitting there on Hardwick, and then she goes and like what starts the whole thing is she literally is sitting on Rainn Wilson's lap and like and then his girlfriend flips out
Yeah.
hard.
Yeah.
And then she's like, "I'll cut your tits off," and
Yeah. Yeah. And then Baby goes nuts. Like, she shows her real side. It's awesome.
yeah.
Anyways, car's done.
And then that's when JR, yeah. Car's done.
Car's done. And they go, Rain has to get out to open up the gate,
Yeah.
and they get beat down.
By Mosley and Tiny.
They're wearing
McGregory.
big mask things, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
They were up on posts like scarecrows.
And then we get to see the dad of one of the girls who's looking for her now. And this is old Matt Damon
Yeah.
from
Old Matt
Saving Private
Damon,
Ryan.
because one of the girls called, and so he calls in a buddy of his, because this was pre-cell phone era. Like, hey, my girl was my daughter was supposed to be in last night, didn't make it. Can you put a thingy out?
Yeah, they do that. And then we find out that Rain, that's what I'm calling him. I can't remember his real name. Rain Wilson has been turned into a fish boy.
Yep.
And it's really cool.
Oh yeah, the face. I give you fish boy.
Cops investigating the missing girl, and they're talking to Spaulding.
Yeah.
He's doing his thing, being Spaulding. Get a great performance from Sid Haig.
Yeah, I mean, like,
Yet again.
fan freaking tastic.
And you got to think, he's not in a lot of this movie.
No, he's
He's in the opening scene, this scene, and the ending scene.
How long is this movie?
Hour and 26 minutes.
And out of that, I'd say he's in it for maybe 26 minutes, or like maybe 20 minutes tops.
No.
Not even that.
No, I wouldn't put that, no.
15?
10 to 15 is what I'd say.
10 to 15 if you include the ending.
He does the opening scene, this middle scene, and the ending. That's it. And the ending's short.
Yeah.
With him in it.
So yeah, about 13 minutes, give or take.
Yeah. I'll put him at that. And yeah, the rest it's at the house with the family or out in the cemetery and all that. Girl wakes up, tied to a bed.
Mm-hmm.
Makeup on, kind of like a clown. She has a white face with...
Oh, yeah. And like hair done up in pigtails, I think.
Yeah, and she has the blue dress. It's very Alice in Wonderland-y.
Yeah.
And then, which comes into play, I think, later with the whole Run, Rabbit, Run and all that.
Yep. Run, rabbit, run!
Right, so I think there's a lot of... I saw this in theaters in 2003. And I remember thinking, oh, he's not ripping off, but doing a weird...
Tribute.
Or, I'm going to make this weird and do it my own way kind of thing.
Oh, yeah.
That's what I got from it.
Well, he's an artist.
But, yeah.
Like,
Yeah, no, yeah.
but definitely.
Tiny walks in with Agatha Crispies.
Oh,
I thought that was clever. That was,
Agatha Crispies.
yeah, that was fun.
In a dog bowl.
Yeah, that's fun.
Every single time he eats that scene.
Cereal.
there's-
And it goes everywhere.
Yeah. I mean, he doesn't even put the spoon in his mouth. He's literally like
Yeah.
nibbles like a dog out of the spoon. And I mean, fantastic actor, and he's very articulate.
I love the guy,
when
yeah.
you hear him talk, like when you would hear him talk. But
And he's funny. In his comedic roles, he's funny.
he's fantastic. I loved him in Malcolm in the Middle.
See, I go to Bubble Boy. That's where I know him from.
Oh yeah, keep forgetting
Jake Gyllenhaal. That's one of his first movies.
right.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Tiny entices Otis what the hell are you doing up or out or whatever? And throws her in a cage. And there's 3 people in the cage. And they tackle her. Who are these 3 people? Did you notice that?
yeah.
Did you see it?
There's a lot of questions that come.
Oh, I got more
towards
questions
this. Yeah.
coming up. I like this movie. Don't get me wrong, but I have questions about this movie.
Yeah.
So yeah, there's because she falls in the cage and just kind of and then 3 people. She fell on 3 people,
Yeah.
and they jump on her, and then it cuts. So you don't know what exactly happens there, but
Yeah.
and I don't know who they are.
Like,
Are they family? They're still alive.
did they get like?
They're attacking her. It looks like.
Did they people that are psychologically broken, and now they're just kind of like rabid animals?
Could be.
Who knows? It's like again,
Yeah.
weird shit, man.
Now, Baby
bad
has Mosley, or not Mosley. Baby has Hardwick,
Yeah.
and she asks him a question.
Who's my favorite actress?
Who's my favorite actress? What does he say? Marilyn Monroe or something like
Yeah,
that?
and she says no. Wasn't Betty Davis, was it?
Was it Ginger Rogers?
No,
No.
it was an old timey Betty Page. No,
No. Betty Page. Do you know who Betty Page was?
an old school pornographic actress. Right?
She was, yes.
No, I think it was Betty Davis.
Betty Davis. I think that's it.
Yeah.
Yeah. And she's like, "Nope, not you're wrong," and starts scalping him.
All right.
It's awesome. Apparently we go to the cops now, and they find the kid's car, and there is a body in the trunk.
Yep, it's Betty Davis.
Okay,
She's Betty Davis' eyes.
that's
Probably
true.
wants Betty Davis's eyes, and I'm talking like,
Yeah, in her hand.
yeah.
The cops go find. They find the kid's car, and there is a body in the trunk, and I can't show the.
Yeah.
Well, I can. I guess I can. I can. I'll
You'd
just.
have to blur it because
Well, no, I.
the center.
Whenever I've showed nudity pictures in this, I use a black block and cover
A
whatever.
potential nipple.
No, there is a nipple.
Oh, I'm blended in with the skin so well.
It does. They make up to her to be one, not solid color, but that death color.
Yeah, like she
On her
had
whole body.
been deceased for a while.
Right, and there's something carved on her,
Whore or pig or slut.
something like that. I thought I saw
something.
with a T, but I'm not sure. I'll put the picture. And
I can't
I'll
remember.
Try to block out the nipple. Or we're getting knocked. Uh,
Again, just kidding.
Again?
Yeah, we haven't been knocked. I just felt like saying
We
again.
did, but I went back and edited out the part they didn't want. So
Oh yeah, and that
so it
was
didn't stick.
Yeah, so it
That was a music thing, though.
that was
Return of the Living Dead.
I think that was just like a hey, heads up, please take care of this. So it wasn't an actual.
I tried putting part of the trailer of Return of the Living Dead in it,
Mm.
and they didn't like that I was using the song because that's in the trailer. I just put the trailer in. Anyways, so
Yeah,
I
anyhow.
cut out that. So Dad and other cop. Oh wait, cops. They show up to the Firefly house.
Yes.
Dad and the young cop, played by Walton,
Yes.
go to the back shed because they hear someone yelling, like a "help me" or whatever.
Okay.
And the main cop, the sheriff, goes into the house with Mama Firefly.
Yep.
Walton radios the head cop. Mama shoots him.
point blank in the neck.
Yeah. Awesome.
Right, and then that's when it like all of a sudden slows down and it plays. What was the song? I can't remember, but it was an old timey like.
It was, and I'll put it right
Yeah.
here.
Some like it was
It's-
some like Wizard of Oz type shit, something that you would you know what I mean?
It's very 70s, I guess. Yeah.
like old timey, like 70s radio, like classic 70s.
Oh no! This song would be like an old song,
It would have been like the era of the crooners, I'd actually say.
60s or before. Yeah,
Yeah.
60s, 50s.
Somewhere. No,
Yeah.
but that wasn't the song. Yeah, you know what I mean. It was a female.
Denise's
if you guys know,
dad.
comment.
Denise's dad is running towards the car, shot in the back, falls down, falls into a puddle, and then Otis has the last cop. He's got a gun to him, like drop your guns. That's
It's
what I mean.
like all like
So-
everything's quiet except for the song playing, and
So this scene, this is the scene that the theater started laughing. In 2003, I went and saw this on opening night or whatever it was, and they started laughing because it goes on so stinking long.
right,
He's got a gun to the guy,
and they just sit.
and it just sits with the music playing with the gun, and folks didn't know what was happening. Like, we kind of hit a point where it was like,
what
okay,
do we do? Like,
did something happen with the music? What's going on with the audio?
yeah,
Or-
because they do. They stay practically perfectly still while that song is playing.
yeah, it just sits there.
Yeah, and I think like right as it crescendo, like to the end, like hits the like end. That's when it's like it's like an artistic execution.
It could have been nervous laughter from the audience. I was laughing. I was like, "What the fuck's going on?
Right.
What is this?"
It's like,
All
gonna shoot him
all right,
then, or
Tommy.
what?
It's your first movie, dude. What are you doing?
right, but it works. I mean, it's
Still
it commands
to
your
this
attention.
day that me seeing it live with the audience laughing. That's the first thing I think of when I see the scene. And it's a great memory. I had fun. I was with a friend. It was great. It just, I don't know. I laugh whenever I see the scene now.
Yeah, I get it.
Yeah.
It's
So anyways.
like in Silent Hill, anytime Pyramid Head rips the skin
It was
stick
an-
off,
Oh yeah.
I laugh because of my cousin when I went and saw
That's
it in the
right.
theater
Yeah.
with him.
Go see the Silent Hill one to get his story on his cousin.
Yeah, I'm not gonna go on that tangent. Anyhow,
Cut to Baby Firefly in assless chaps.
and
Pretty
they
nice.
go to the store known as what? Pussy Liquor?
Yeah.
Liquor, Liqu, or how
Right.
yeah,
Yeah.
Liquor the drink. The beverage.
But I'll tell you what, she's pulling them off the asses chaps. Pretty nice. And during this time, so throughout this movie, Rob Zombie splices in old footage from 30s, 40s, 50s things. So during this point when Baby and, who's the other guy? The other guy.
She was with JR.
JR are in the adult store. They're splicing in old stag reel films. Mm-hmm. Do you know what stag reels are?
Oh, yeah. Okay. And I think that's where I'm pretty sure that was Betty Page.
I don't think it was.
I just know it was black and white.
I was trying to
black hair.
I stopped and looked at her. I was like, okay, she's very similar to Betty Page.
If not, or that could have just
Betty
been
Page
the
is
look.
so big. Like, I know her face. She's on popular merchandise and sold in stores and stuff like that. Because she was the first woman to do that, or big woman to do that sort of thing. Yeah. Not big, but popular.
Famous.
Yeah. Famous, yeah.
Yeah, and so I would be surprised if that look was popular. To make it look, you know what I mean?
It was the 50s. That was the bangs thing. And
the bangs, the black hair.
That was a hot thing.
Yeah. So that's why I'm saying, like,
And for all we know, he filmed it himself for the movie. Yeah. And, sort of thing, and just gave the girl the haircut and made her rockabilly style.
Wear this wig.
Yeah.
Do rockabilly. We're going to film your titties in black and white.
It could have been. But it looked really grainy. Have you ever seen a 50s stag reel?
Not a stag reel, but I've seen 50s.
I've seen 50 stag reels. You can't see what's going on. They're such bad condition.
You mean kind of like the time when it was what's the word I'm looking at? Like, you'd sit there and try and like the TV's all static.
Yeah, no, it's not that bad. It's more grainy and because they weren't well kept. They weren't supposed to be.
Yeah, no.
They weren't. They were just. You sell it off to a guy. Guy watches it and then he just throws it away, and somehow people found him or whatever. That's sort of just found him in the basement with water damage.
Can you imagine how much a stag reel would be worth if it was kept in good condition?
A legit stag reel?
Yeah.
Who's going to collect that? I mean, there's going to be some people, but the demand is not high.
The Museum of Pornographic History.
That's true. Yeah.
Is that an actual museum?
I guarantee it is.
Oh no, that's a good question. But real quick, let's take another break.
Okay.
Howdy, folks. You like blood, violence, freaks of nature?
That's so much.
She's bought the liquor or whatever she was getting at Pussy Liquor.
Yeah, from Goober
for the Halloween party at the Firefly House.
Yep.
And we're seeing bodies and stuff just flashing and just Rob Zombie doing his thing.
Yeah.
Otis has the girl's dad's face on like a mask. Because Denise wakes up, she's like, "Daddy."
Yeah.
yeah, that's great. I love it.
Very Texas Chainsaw.
And they're going to take them to go see Dr. Satan.
Yeah. You want to see him, you're going to see him.
Yeah.
Dr. Satan. And
they go out to a cemetery, right?
Yeah. Make them dress up as rabbits.
Yeah, they're all dressed as rabbits. Mm-hmm. 2 of them, right?
3.
Yeah, you're right. 3. Mm-hmm. There's 3. And they throw the guy in the coffin. Mm-hmm. How's this guy still alive? He got scalped by Baby.
It wasn't a full scalp.
It wasn't. Like she was just torturing him, kind of thing.
It was like the top, like.
She was preparing him.
Yes.
For what's coming. Because that's him on the table, right? Okay.
So it was just like a.
That's good. I like that. That's fun. I like it. That's a good connection. He gets picked up, tossed in, knocked out, and he's in the coffin.
Yeah, by RJ, I think, that tossed him in.
Is it Denise who gets thrown in with him?
The daughter of the sheriff. Yeah, gets...
Daughter of the sheriff or daughter of the dad?
The dad.
Okay,
the
daughter of the dad who...
That's
Otis is wearing the face mask.
Who was a former police officer. Yeah, that's what I mean.
Okay.
She got tossed in with him. And
then
other one...
starts booking it.
Oh, run, rabbit, run!
Yeah, and this is the run, rabbit, run scene.
And he's... Yeah, so then... Baby's like, please let me go after her. He's like, fine, hurry up.
Yep.
And then,
chases her down.
She goes into a big-ass cemetery. Well, makeshift cemetery. There's crosses all over the place.
I think they were in a cemetery the whole time.
Okay.
I think that's what's going on here.
Oh, like where that mental asylum was, where Dr. Satan worked at or whatever.
Something like that. Because I think he's... I mean, we're getting ahead, but I think he's underground, where they're dropping.
Oh, remember before that, Dr. Satan, I think, worked at a mental
institution. In the murder ride.
Yeah.
Okay,
and then, so that's...
And they took him out to this tree to hang him, and then he disappeared. His body disappeared.
Yeah,
whatever.
and that was the cemetery that they probably did a lot of.
Yeah. Okay.
So,
Get it.
uh-huh.
So, baby catches up to her and just starts stabbing her to death. She's on top of her, just stabbing her in the chest. And the girl
paused
dies.
The scene when my cousin watched it.
The other two, Denise and Hardwick,
Yeah.
are in the coffin. They get lowered down. And there's people down there?
Yeah, out of nowhere, like, there's just sitting in their coffin, like, above this, like, tar pit or something.
I thought it was water down there.
I don't know. It was, like
Like
murky.
they hit the water
and-
level or something.
Yeah. It was murky and dark, and then out of nowhere, like, zombified-looking individuals pop up and tear the coffin apart and then just submerge back in.
Right.
At that point, I'm like,
Who are these people?
and how are they still alive
Right.
under that?
That's what I was.
I
have
comprehend.
what? WUT is what I wrote. Like what?
Yeah, I mean, I get the okay. I love it. It's a good one, but this film slowly like loses its lucidity. You know what I mean? Like, it all seems like it could take place in reality, but then that point right
And
there, I'm
it
like,
gets wild for the
Yeah,
last
it's-
20 minutes.
it's like a whole nother genre shift.
Right. And we're not done yet.
Yeah, and,
Yeah.
and that's just weird because I've seen the other two movies, and there's nothing like this in the other two movies.
It's his first full-length feature.
Yeah.
Maybe he's throwing stuff at the. All right, I'm going to have fun.
Yeah.
This might be my last feature. Turns out it was a hit, so,
Yeah.
he got other movies.
So it's like, fuck
So,
it.
the girl gets out of the coffin.
Yeah.
And she ends up in a tunnel, and then
More random people.
three random people run up and rip her bunny costume off, and then they're done.
Leave her in the Alice.
They stop
Dusk.
and just walk away.
Yeah, literally, kind of like one of them kind of sits there like, and then slowly turns away. Like,
It's so
cradling
weird.
or
Who are
holding
these
the-
people? How do they eat? What are they doing?
Why are they?
If they were cannibals, why didn't they eat her?
Yeah, are they? Like yeah. There's. I have a lot of questions about this.
Maybe it was just an excuse to get her bunny costume off to put her in that Alice thing again.
Yeah, like a metaphor. Like she's now through the looking glass.
That's not a bad take on it. Yeah, I like it. She's running down the hallway with bodies in
speak
it,
art.
all lined up. There's bodies. She ends up in a room with skulls and freak people, like freakier looking people.
Yeah.
And Dr. Satan's there,
Speaking German.
and he looks really cool.
Oh, I love the effects on this. I mean, I love.
Was he
them.
speaking German?
Yeah, like very.
Dang it. Okay, I gotta go back and watch it now.
Because
See what he's
his
saying.
original name was Doctor something something Germanstein.
Germanstein.
I couldn't think of it.
Okay, I thought you were being serious. I was like, really? They went with that?
Yeah,
No,
no, it wasn't Germanstein. I'm pretty
Oh,
sure it
man.
wasn't Germans. I'm 99.9% sure it wasn't Germanstein. And if it happens to be Germanstein, then
That'd be wild. You guessed it. But man, now I gotta go back.
Germanstein is copyrighted. We're going to use it in our film, Blumpkinhead.
Blumpkinhead. Yes, that's right. If you're not sure what Blumpkinhead is, you should go back and watch the Pumpkinhead episode.
Yes.
Okay, but I'm going to rewatch that because I actually speak some German, so I want to go back and look at that. Okay, so Dr. Satan's there. Guy axes the door at her,
Yeah.
and the door opens.
I think this one was Earl Firefly, the original daddy, the one that set Tiny on fire.
Oh, that's interesting. Okay, that's cool. I like that.
loved the design of this guy.
They don't tell you that
love-
though, right?
No, I
Okay,
think
yeah.
it's heavily speculated.
I watched
because
this
of the
last night.
Burn.
After we got home from the concert, so it's like 3 in the
Oh.
morning when I started this movie. So, all right,
Okay, yeah, fair. But yeah, and then
he chases her with the axe,
Mm-hmm.
swings at her, and breaks the support beam, which drops everything on top of him and her.
yeah,
And his look reminded me a lot of My Bloody Valentine from 1981.
yeah.
The original My Bloody Valentine.
I love. The
I liked
design.
it.
Oh yeah,
I love the
design was
original My
amazing.
Bloody Valentine.
The camera angle where it looked like he saw his victim through like the two separate goggle holes.
Right, yeah.
and I dug it. It was very like
I love it.
splatterpunk.
And I felt it was, to me, it was here's a quick homage to My Bloody Valentine from
Oh, yeah.
81. And
Awesome.
if you haven't seen that, you need to see that. Original is, I consider it better than the remake. The remake is good, don't get me wrong.
Oh yeah, I love the
It's
remake.
one of the few remakes that made it, and it's
It
good.
just unfortunately didn't do well enough because they were wanting
It came
to do
out
a
during the
sequel.
3D thing.
Yeah, I think that's probably what killed it.
Right.
Trying to make everything 3D.
But if you get past the 3D thing,
Oh yeah,
it's fun.
I never watched it 3D. I can see I see the 3D effects like that they try to throw in.
Yeah. Oh, for sure.
But,
Yeah.
I mean, I still love it. Jensen Ackles, man, that guy's
Yeah.
awesome.
Supernatural. Yeah, sure.
Yeah. He's also
She wakes
funny as
up.
shit.
We're almost done. We got that much left. She wakes up, and it's daytime. She climbs out, ends up on a road, and she's flagging a car down. She's beat up, bloody, that sort of thing.
And who's in the vehicle?
Spaulding picks her up.
Sid freaking Haig.
I'll take you to a doctor.
Yeah. Get in.
Get in. I'll take you to a doctor.
Yeah.
And she passes out. Who pops up in the backseat?
Bill freaking Mosley.
Otis.
B. Driftwood.
I thought it was Firefly.
No, Otis is actually adopted.
Of course he is. Sure.
Yeah.
Why not?
And the Fireflies weren't their actual names. That was the nickname I guess Otis gave them.
Oh, okay.
So
So Otis pops up in the backseat and he raises a knife like he's going to stab her. But then she wakes up on Dr. Satan's operating table.
and
The end?
question mark.
Question mark?
Yep. Dug it. Loved it.
Yeah, let's dive into that.
I mean,
What's your take on this?
the genre switch towards the end was like, what the fuck? But it somehow fits. I don't know.
He
It's weird,
combined
but it works.
the Texas Chainsaw Massacre with a serial killer, but they're feeding the serial killer bodies kind of thing. Because he's working on the brain of the guy who goes down with her on the coffin.
Yeah. I don't know. He was just like experimenting on her or something.
So
on the dude?
they get
Like,
their
he's
jollies
just-
killing off some of them,
Yeah.
and then they send some down to him
Yeah.
or something. I liked it. I don't care.
It's weird, but it's fun
weird. It's fun weird.
Yeah,
I like weird
Honestly,
when it's fun weird.
If you want an introduction to Rob Zombie like movies, just in general, I mean, other than The Munsters is definitely its own thing. That was his first family-friendly film,
Right.
which I mean, like,
And
that's cool.
He is a monstrous fan of the Munsters.
Oh yeah, so he
Wanted to do the Munsters,
Yeah.
even though he could only keep it PG.
Oh yeah,
So-
he wanted to. I mean, I
Well, Netflix made him keep it family friendly,
yeah. Well, I'm pretty sure he
and he
would've-
took it because he's such a fan.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if he would he have made an R-rated Munsters? If he was going to make an
Tough call.
R-rated, if he was going to do it, he'd probably do something like the Munsters, but wouldn't call it the Munsters
Yeah, that's the way. You'd have to do
Yeah.
it that way.
because
Make a weird family based off of.
Oh, you mean like the Fireflies?
Exactly. Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah.
No, that's yeah. I mean,
No, this is to me. This is a total rip off, not rip off, but homage to
Yes.
Texas Chainsaw.
Oh,
And
yeah.
or Hills of Eyes with the family
Also,
that
It
is
is-
killing on they're together.
an awesome. It's an homage to the backwoods slasher days of yore. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like Hills Have Eyes, Texas Chainsaw. I
Name
was
another.
going to say Wrong Turn, but
Okay,
Wrong Turn was not. I think Wrong Turn came out after.
it did. Oh yeah, the original Wrong Turn.
Yeah.
I want to say was before this
Really?
or around the same
I
time.
want to find out because I'm genuinely curious now.
Right. No, yeah, you got me. But what kind of number would you give this?
Honestly, and I mean,
They came out at the same time.
oh, okay. So it was during the renaissance of the backwoods slasher,
I guess so.
I guess you could call it. Because after that, they start blowing up again. Anywho,
Give me a number.
ooh,
It sounds tough.
it is. Because it's not like it deserves a low rating,
It doesn't.
but it doesn't deserve one incredibly high.
Yeah.
But it also does.
There.
but it's- I
Okay,
don't-
so a lot of folks do not like Lords of Salem.
Really? I haven't seen it, so I can't.
I really like it
Oh, okay.
for different reasons. I think it's done differently, but I would rank. I don't know why I brought that up. Actually, I was going somewhere with it, and I just totally lost it.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm just trying. Right now, I'm putting in my head all the Rob Zombie movies I've seen, and I'm ranking it. Where would I put House of a Thousand Corpses in his movie rankings? And honestly, I'd put this really high in his movies.
Comparatively, like, yeah. The only movie I think that could go pound for pound, like, quality, like, good with this one is, in my opinion, 31.
Okay. It's been a minute since I saw that, but I have seen it.
I love 31 so much. I was like, I know he doesn't like doing sequels, but I'd love if he
I
did a
feel
sequel
like
to
House
31.
of a Thousand Corpses was him doing what he wanted,
Yeah,
making a movie without a lot of
it's him.
producers and
Yeah, it's
studios telling him what to do.
Yeah,
And now he has studios and producers and everybody telling him what to do. Oh, we need to tweak that and do that and do that.
Yeah.
I think this was an original.
it's
Is
zombie.
it's zombie.
Yeah.
And I think it's totally Rob Zombie.
Yeah.
Absolutely, 100%.
I mean, especially after seeing the show last night. Yeah, I'm gonna give this one a solid 9.5. Like, just because it is like it's.
Wow.
Well, it's because, like, honestly, you could tell it's a passion project. You can tell why
He'd been working years to probably get it done. That
Yeah,
sort of thing.
like-
I could see that.
and
yeah.
because you feel like, I mean, watching it, you can actually tell his love of the film, like, through it. It's like that's what I get. So I'm rating it high because, yeah, it's his kind of fun, twisted personality on screen. And I
Yeah.
dig it.
Yeah, I really like the throwbacks to the old school stuff and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Because I know what he's referencing. Even the last night at the concerts, like I leaned forward. I'm like, because you
Dude,
guys
dude,
were like,
yeah.
"What's that? What is
Oh, yeah,
Robot
Jimmy
Monster?"
Was like, yeah, Jimmy was like,
It's Robot
What's
Monster."
that from? What's that from? Yeah.
Yeah,
And
he's
that's-
using the gorilla with the astronaut helmet. It's a movie called Robot Monster from the 40s or something.
Yeah.
And I just happen to know that.
Yeah, and Jimmy was like, "That's from an old school movie." What? Yeah, he
Yeah.
was, and so that experience that was cool. Like all the, I have a lot of fond memories involving Rob Zombie concert, this film in particular, and
Sure.
everything. It's one of my cousin's favorite films. One of the first horror films I watched with him. Late night when his parents were asleep.
In 03, you were 12, 13. Dang.
Yeah,
right on.
well,
That's cool.
Yeah.
Jeez, dude.
My
All right.
his parents, like, he managed to sneak a recording of it on the DVR somehow, and that night we I slept up.
Oh,
and I was
that's-
like, dude, you gotta check out this film.
That's fun.
So, yeah.
Okay, my rating.
9.5.
I'm going 8 because I really like the work of Rob Zombie. Ever since White Zombie
Yeah.
in the early 90s, if not late 80s. Geez, like 88, 89 is when they started kicking off. With like Thunderstruck or not Thunderstruck, Thunder Kiss
65.
60, yeah.
Yep. I almost said 69.
Oh yeah, all that stuff. That first album, then you had the More Human Than Human and all that with the follow-up Astro Creep 2000 album. That I had them both. They were great. And I'd followed him for years. I like his
White
work.
Zombie last night, then.
Yeah, he did like 4 songs from White Zombie.
I don't know. It's all zombie to me.
It was half and half. He kind of split it half and half. Like he knows he's gonna have the oldies like me, the old guys,
Yeah, and the new.
and he's gonna have the youngins and younger.
The
kinda,
pre and the post Dragula.
yeah, that's basically it.
Yeah.
Before Dragula, after Dragula. So yeah,
And right there in the
I still haven't
intersection,
given
I think
my
is Dragula is. No, you gave 8.
oh, you're right.
Yeah,
I did.
yeah,
Okay,
and
cool.
with that being on, so yeah, you're.
It's above better than average, or it is better than average, I guess. Yeah, I like it.
So I mean, with that between the two, I'd say that's easily like 8 3/4, 8 3/4 of a star.
Something like, it's a definite watch. 100%. If you are a fan of Rob Zombie in any way, you're gonna get into his mind with this movie.
Yeah, the best way to get introduced to any of his films is this one in particular because the other films,
It's his first one that he gets to do what he wants.
yeah, the
Not
films
high budget.
after that are kind of docile in some ways and also cranked up in other ways. But this
Yeah,
one
that's true.
is
They're more. Nah, I don't want to say that.
but this one is it feels zombie. It feels like Rob Zombie.
It does. And I'm trying to think of a follow-up movie he did. El Super Bisto. The Adventures of El Super Bisto. It's his animation one that he did in like the mid 10, 9, 09, 10, 13.
Yeah.
Somewhere in there. Mid-10s.
Excuse me. Dang.
That was probably all him. And it's kind of his animation style. It's a little cleaned up because he likes the gritty animation, but it's more cleaned up. But it's a worthwhile. Yeah, give it a watch. It's fun.
I don't think there's a single movie of his that isn't worth a watch. At least out of that I haven't seen. Only 2 I haven't seen.
And there are people who tell you Lords of Salem.
That's the only.
It's weird. It's weird.
I haven't seen
but
Lords
it's
of
fun.
Salem or The Adventures of El Super Bisto. Those are the only 2 films.
It's
of his
not
I haven't seen.
adventures, and that's going to bug the crap out of me.
That's the This Crazy World or Psycho World,
Oh,
something like that,
damn
wasn't it?
uh,
I don't know.
the if you clicked out, we get it.
Yeah.
We're just kind of rambling now.
Well,
What is it? Oh, dang it. Where'd it go? The Haunted World of El Super
that's
Beasto. That's what
Oh,
it was.
well,
From
no.
09.
okay. Well, now that we finally solved that mystery for those of you that were hanging around.
He followed up with Lords of Salem in 12.
Oh,
Yeah, okay. So, you haven't seen that?
No.
It's on, I think it's on Tubi.
I'm just gonna go on a Rob Zombie binge tonight.
And that's Sherry
before I
Moon
go.
right
Oh,
there. Yeah. It's culty. It's like a cult movie kind of thing.
I
There's
mean,
like
I recognize stills from it just because, like, yeah, last night at the concert. Yeah, but like, comment, subscribe, all that jazz. Stay tuned for next week.
it's going to be like 2 hours. This video?
Oh, fudge. Well, in that case,
Wait, September.
September next week.
Oh, well, no, wait, we're not there yet.
No.
No.
Never mind.
Oh, dang it.
Womp womp.
It'll be the 30th of August.
No, but next week we did say stay tuned because we are going to be reviewing
I don't remember.
Beetlejuice.
Beetlejuice.
So
We're doing Beetlejuice next
we
time.
can time it with the release of Beetlejuice 2, where we'll hopefully get a review of that one in as well.
Yep, we're going to go see that in theaters on opening day, right?
So, yep.
Yeah.
So stay tuned, and as always, stay demented.